It's alt season. Altcoin degenerate. That's what I am. An altcoin degenerate. Welcome back to Random Acts of Finance. And today, I have to say this: we are not financial advisors. I need to start the episode with that because we're gonna talk about all the random altcoins that exist out there in the world and everything that we're in. And it's pretty much me that is the degenerate here.
Step one is admitting that you have a problem.
What's the problem? I'm up. I'm the problem is I don't have any more. I don't have enough of it. Anyways, let's get into this. Let's get into some of the major coins, and I just kind of want to know if you guys are in it, and what's your plan with it. So let's start with Bitcoin. Who's in
Yeah.
Bitcoin? I'm not in Bitcoin because it's too high of a price of entry for me.
Yeah, I wasn't up until late. I had
Yep.
sold all my Bitcoin when it had gotten up to like 40 something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought back in with the recent drop. I think it went back down to like 49 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked some back up, and then I was up at 55. But yeah, I'm slowly inching back in. I think it's just, for me, it's just somewhat of a, not a hedge, but it's just like a fun asset to hold.
Yeah.
I'm not really treating this as a full on investment yet.
Yeah.
I believe more in Ethereum, so I have some of that. So I think for me, at least for Bitcoin, it's more of just like a just see what happens with it kind of thing.
So at the time of this recording, Bitcoin is at 54.7 after it hit an all-time high of
Like 64.
64,000. I think
Yeah,
it was.
something
I
like
think that's the all-time
364.
high. I actually look because I have Coin Market Cap open right here in front of me. Yeah, right here,
Gotcha.
64,671.
Okay.
So that, man, damn. Remember when Bitcoin like in 2016 was like nothing? It is wild.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was 2017 was the last hype when it hit 20,000, I think, and it dropped. I think
Yeah.
beginning of 2020 or like 2019, late 2019, it was like $3,000.
It was at 3,600 in
Yeah,
January of 2019.
yeah,
3,600. You would have more than 10x on that right now.
I know, dude.
Man, I just never got into Bitcoin. Just like I got in very early in the 2017 run. I just made a little
Yeah,
bit of money on that. Like I didn't when it hit like 19,000, I sold, but like I didn't have a full Bitcoin. So I was just like,
yeah,
let's see what happens. I as well was on Ethereum. I did that whole run back in 2017 for Ethereum, but I was in Litecoin a lot then, but not
yeah,
in its
same.
sense. But let's talk about ETH. Anish, are you also in ETH?
For both Bitcoin and ETH, I just threw in 100 in each. I was like, I'm just gonna let it sit, let it do
Yeah.
its thing.
I mean, it's made you money right now. Like at
Yeah, I've doubled.
unless you bought it today, you're winning. So as the time of this recording, it is, let's see, April 28th. We had another all-time high today at about 2,700 ish, right?
Yeah,
And what's your guys' game plan with ETH? What is your price target you got in your mind?
yeah. For me, I think since Ethereum is more of it has a utility to it.
Yeah.
I think it has a longer life and a more higher potential for
Mhm.
gains. So I feel like that's something that I believe in, and I think they recently did a network upgrade or whatever. I think
They
that's why it's
did.
been hitting the highs. But I think for me, at least for end of 2021 price target, I'm thinking it'll probably be around 10K.
Oh, okay. I'm not
I,
that crazy.
yeah, I'm thinking Bitcoin probably hits 100 and Ethereum will hit 10.
I'm on the okay. We're in the same boat. I think Bitcoin could actually hit the way it's looking. I mean, maybe not anymore 150 because I was in the boat earlier when that was really rallying and where
Yeah,
Tesla had bought and all those situations where companies were putting money into it.
yeah,
Of 150. Now it's like around the 100 that you're saying. Yeah, 10K is what I'm looking at for ETH, man. I'm every
yeah,
like little dip. I'm not buying full on coins. I'm just putting in like here's a few $100. Here's a few $100
yeah.
and little bits. So like it's just kind of like dollar cost averaging it like through time at this point.
There's gonna be a catalyst that's upcoming. I feel like with Bitcoin and Ethereum that it's gonna skyrocket them. But then I feel like after it hits that, there's gonna be a dip, probably a 20-30% dip for both,
Yep. Yep.
and then and probably will stabilize around there for a while.
Yeah, I've everything I've read that this bull run is gonna end towards the end of the year, anywhere from like Halloween to Christmas, somewhere along that.
Yeah, I heard somewhere around September is probably what it's supposed to be like, kind of
Yeah.
starting to fall off.
So that's what I think it was originally. And again, no one really knows, but I think that's what it was supposed to be
Exactly.
originally. But like April was a down month overall,
Yeah.
like not for ETH, but for like all the other coins. That like
Yeah.
it looks delayed, but I don't know where they're coming up with these ideas. To be honest, there's ways to read these maps that I don't know for crypto.
For crypto, there's not much of a history. There's not like, with the stock market, you have like the statistics for like 100 years or whatever it is,
Mhm.
So with with crypto, it's like maybe 5, 6, 10 years, whatever it is, and it's just such at the beginning stage of it where like you don't know what's gonna happen. So that's
Exactly.
why it's
Yeah.
just it's so volatile, so up and down that you
Exactly.
can have estimates. You can base it off the past 10 years, but like,
I
what does that
agree with
really
you
show you?
100%. Like this is like
Yeah,
everyone's going on a hunch. That's why like when I
yeah,
hear price targets, I'm like they could be very conservative to be honest. You don't like we're still like some people think that you've missed the Bitcoin craze or whatever, and you might have. You really might have missed the Bitcoin craze, but like
yeah,
there's so many altcoins that didn't exist such a long time ago that if you can just find something with the utility that matters, because
yeah.
right now utility and value do not correlate at all,
Yeah.
right? They don't correlate. It's so much hype that's built around them.
Yeah, and I think that's 100% what the deal or the scenario in my head is, where it's like either these cryptos, the big ones at least, are gonna hit massive numbers by the end of the year or a year and a half, whatever it is, or most of them are just gonna go to zero. Maybe and Bitcoin will probably have a huge dip if like some strict regulations come in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I go towards more of the crypto or more of the blockchain technology that have actual utility behind it.
Yeah.
That even though if the price of it goes down, at least there will be utility, and that can maintain some of the that's why I feel like Ethereum and things like the BAT token and Cardano, they all have some sort of utility to them.
Hmm.
So I feel like that's why I invested those are my other two that I'm invested in, and
Gotcha.
that's about it. And everything else, I just feel like unless there's an actual utility that I can see either myself or a company or something around me using,
Yeah.
I feel like I don't invest in that.
No, that's fair. Anish, what is your plan with the ETH you have? What do you think is going to be the
Yeah.
move?
With Ethereum, it's more of I would kind of want to hold it. Like I mean, I don't have as high of a price target as you guys for the year. I was aiming more for like around 5,000, and then probably right then sell what I have now, and then use that capital as just kind of like trying to write it up. If it does go up to like 10,000, whatever, like kind of just get more like deeper in there. Probably sell some of my other ones and focus more on just like maybe two or three handful. I'm just like I've been in Litecoin since like 2017. Like I
Yeah.
just had that sitting there, and like I've almost doubled my money on that. But I mean, it's just
Mhm.
sitting there. I don't think it's the same utility anymore, but I'll probably sell some of the other ones and put definitely more into ETH.
I feel you. I feel you. Are you in anything else other than two?
I have I mean I have the graph.
Before we go into the graph, do we even want to talk about Doge? Does anyone have Doge that they care to talk about?
Yeah.
I don't have
Okay.
the
I had 13,000 of them as a joke because it's cost me $32. When it hit 3 cents, I was like, I have $300. This is gonna pay for half my PlayStation. Take it,
Yeah.
take it and go. It could have been 3 grand, 4 grand now, but I just whatever.
In retrospect, you don't know.
I
yeah.
can't. You can't predict stupidity, right? Like no one needs to be upset about AMC, GameStop, Doge, any of those because you can't predict stupidity, right? It's just it's stupidity lives in chaos. So don't worry about that. All right, let's talk about the graph. Anish, tell us a little bit about graph.
Yeah, so yeah, the graph it's based on like an ETH tokens, and the main thing behind it is you want it to be the Google of crypto, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much where you can index the entire web like Google, you can index using the graph all blockchain and everything that's associated with blockchain. Like any part of blockchain becomes more mainstream and more used commonly, the graph is going to be there and it's going to have that share. And so that's one thing I'm definitely like main reason I'm invested in for that. Yeah, I got in pretty early. I think like less sub 30 cents. So I'm still doing good. It's at like a dollar $1.50 right now. Yeah, it's bouncing between like $1.30 and like $2 right now after it hit its all-time high.
I think maybe in the future we'll see TV or YouTube ads saying, "Hey, if you want to do some search indexing, go to thegraph.com or whatever their website is." Like right now, Google advertises themselves, but yeah. So I think that's one token I hold too, but I don't know too much about it. I think I just got in because I like the utility of it. I didn't do much research on it, so that's similar to what I think. I can see that utility playing out, so I think that's why I kind of purchased it. What about you, Akil?
No, same thing. Utility. I'm not that invested in it. It's just something that like if it pops off, I'll make a few $100s and I'm just gonna go put it in ETH or something, right? Like that's all it is for me right now. I don't believe in it that hard because I think part of crypto is to not index it. So like I don't know, like I don't like it. It only serves a purpose to certain cryptos and their utilities. It's like I don't I feel like the idea of cryptocurrency was that it shouldn't be indexed and people should be able to easily like query it because I was reading that they have like GraphQL like SQL right for like searching like index like transactions right. And I'm just like I don't know if that's the utility people want with crypto right like how am I gonna get on Silk Road 3 and buy crack? I mean, what? Just kidding. I saw a whole video on that. It's wild, but let's not talk about that. This whole video will get banned. Yeah. Any other crypto that you're in, Anish?
I think that was just Cardano, Litecoin, like I mentioned, and then one of the free ones I got was the new Cipher. I have no idea what it is, but I got like $3 of it at the time, and now it's worth 10. So I'm like, all right, I'm
Yeah,
up.
there you go. There you go. All right, you mentioned Cardano. Cardano has a special place in my heart. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it so like $10 or $20 a day will just automatically be bought of Cardano every day. I think that's what I want to do now. Because
Wouldn't you feel like it's a better investment, like because anywhere from like Saturday morning to about Sunday morning, early morning, is usually when they have like that big dip in all the cryptos. Wouldn't it be
yeah,
better to spend that $100 and buy around then?
the reason why I don't care, and I'll be very honest with you, right?
Yeah.
I truly believe when ETH hits that $8,000, $9,000, or even five, I think at that point Cardano would have already popped off. And I'm like Cardano right now on April 28th is sitting at $1.33, right? I bought in at like 75 cents, some of it, and then 90, and then a little bit at like 110.
Yeah.
I think if it hits $8, it doesn't even matter if the 30-cent difference, in my opinion. If like
Yeah.
if my prediction is that $8, what is the 20-cent difference?
That's true.
This way, like it's just always like there will be cost averaging at that point. It'll be about the same, right? Because like I'm like lazy also, so I guess I could do it weekly. Maybe that makes more sense. But like if you saw ETH this weekend, it went up.
Yeah,
It finally recovered, right? So
it did. Yeah.
but I think that was also an anomaly based. It was because it was so low at that point. Because everything else was
Yeah.
kind of down. So that's why I don't know if that theory is going to stand anymore. But pretty much Cardano, if you don't know, is ETH. It's a more stable ETH. One of the guy that founded it was Charles Hawkinson, and he was also part of the ETH team, left and said, I'm going to solve all the problems up front that ETH is going to face and make Cardano. And right now Cardano is being used like for NFTs, and there are going to be a lot of NFTs coming on there. So once the NFT hype dies and the dust settles and what NFTs really are, then this is where I think Cardano is going to really find a place is with those NFTs versus because it's a proof of stake concept, right? So versus proof
And
of
also
work.
the block sizes are much bigger than Ethereum, right? So
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, so like I think this is not the run for now. I truly, truly believe in 2024, as long as crypto hasn't like gone by the wayside, as long as that hasn't happened, this could be making people millionaires. This is like I think this is like buying Bitcoin at $5,000 and seeing that 10x return, 10, 20x return in my opinion. But I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't know. Like everything I've seen is like this is the next ETH, man. This is everything that's wrong with ETH is already fixed. It's just a matter of getting projects on it. So that's Cardano. Any other like coins you want to talk about before I go through why I'm a degenerate?
I think we're good. Yeah, because I don't have anything else. So
Okay, I'll tell you a few that are not. I don't believe are for degenerates. I think they're actual use cases. One I keep harping about is Theta. I bought in like $2 or ish, and now it's at like I believe it's at 15 now, right? I gotta
Yeah.
check because I think its all-time high might have been 15. But Theta, oh, it's at 10.95 now. Its all-time high was $15. But Theta is video, it's a video processing protocol. Pretty much it's used for video streaming, right? And it's gonna solve, it's using blockchain to make video streaming, live streaming better. So you can actually do it in 4K. You can actually do it in 8K versus like YouTube TV and Twitch, not YouTube TV, sorry, YouTube live,
Premium?
Instagram live and Twitch and all those, the issues that they have where they get bogged down, it will be
Mhm.
solved. It's pretty much solving that. The founder of YouTube has endorsed it pretty much. And I feel like there's so much content out there that this
Yeah.
is needed. This is going to be needed when things are going to be native 4K and then eventually native 8K and then 1000K or whatever the F we go to next. Maybe
Does
we finally go to
does their white paper explain how they're planning on solving the
yeah, but I don't
latency
understand
and-
it. Yeah, but I don't understand it. Like I looked at it and I'm like, "Nah, this
because I
is-
haven't read it, so I just want to know, maybe if I read into it, if it'll, because I just don't know how they're gonna do it with the current
blockchain.
pipeline issues with, yeah, but like the issue also is people to receive that on their end.
yeah.
Streaming 4K is a lot of bandwidth use.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. I think the big sell point was like this founder of YouTube is endorsing it versus calling it like garbage and
Yeah.
they can't actually do what they're saying situation, right? That was another one. I guess I should go quickly through these real quick, right? Pancake Swap is just an exchange. It's just a decentralized exchange where you can swap tokens. I just got into that this weekend based on someone's advice. I made like $12, so wasn't bad advice, I guess. Phantom is a esports coin. I don't really remember why I bought it, but I remember reading into it that it was for esports. Let me look at it real quick. Yeah, it's pretty much involved with esports, and it's built on Ethereum. And I was like, esports are cool, so let's do it. And I just bought a little bit of that. And I just bought it. No, sorry, Phantom was not that. That's VeraCity. VeraCity is the esports one.
The esports.
And I just looked into it recently, and it's only like 4 cents or something. Let me look it up. It's only 4 cents right now. So I was like, let's throw $100 and see what happens, right? It's pretty much a product layer platform for esports and video entertainment. It's to increase advertising revenue for video publishers. So a lot like BAT, right? Versus that's for videos, this is for video game streaming. And then Phantom, I don't remember what the hell I was doing there. That, to be honest, I have no idea. I think I just threw it in because it's so low. And sometimes, like, if you find the lowest coin on Coin Market Cap or like Coinbase or anywhere, you're like, people are stupid and they're like, oh, maybe I'll make $1 million off of this, and they'll throw money into it. And then you see the volume increase, and as you're seeing it increase, you just sell and let them hold the bag. Honestly, like I did that with BitTorrent coin or whatever, and
Yeah.
I want to see where it's at right now before we sign this thing off. It's at 1/7 of a cent, and I sold at 1 cent. Like, I honestly, I bought at like 0.04, and I was just like, well, let's see what happens. And then all of a sudden it's at 1 cent. And I'm like, okay, let's sell this before these idiots figure out it's a bad idea. I'm going to tell you my last one because it's not good. And this is not everything. I'm going to save everyone like the garbage of like the things I do in my life. Like there's some good ones, but I want to tell you the bad one. The one where I'm like, maybe this will
Upside
make me a
down.
millionaire. Maybe I'm just out some money. Have y'all heard of
Where
Safe
you may
Moon?
be the bag holder.
I
Safe
think I
Moon.
already am the bag holder. So y'all heard of Safe Moon?
Yeah, I
pretty
heard
much-
about it.
It's a hype coin. It's pretty much just
Yeah.
a hype coin, is what I'm starting to understand.
Yeah.
So I was looking at Safe Coin, Safe Moon, not Safe Coin, not related at all. Safe Moon, I was looking at many weeks ago. I want to say I was looking at it like early April, right? And it maybe even earlier than that. And it was worth nothing. And I wanted to put in $150, but like the way to get it
Yeah.
is you either have to go through Bitmart, which is a really small exchange, or you have to use Pancake Swap, and get US tokens, put it in a wallet, swap it, and put it back in your wallet and stuff. And bro, I would have 10x my money on that versus right now I'm sitting with a 30% loss.
Oh, damn.
Oh man, I want to remind everyone we're not financial advisors. But yeah, it's I have 11 million of them. If it hits $1, brah, I'm finally getting the season tickets to the Wizards games. I'm getting season tickets, baby. Not saying I couldn't afford it now.
Just keep tweeting at Elon, just safe moon all day.
Dude, oh my god, if he says it, if it hits 1 cent, I've made 100K. Wait. Yes, I made 100K. That'd be awesome. I want to buy more, but like I know it's a waste of money. So the only other ones I'll just mention that are legit coins are Chainlink and Synthetics and Synthetics and Tezos, but Chainlink's another one. It's just I don't even know what it is. I forgot. I looked into it so much before and I'm just blanking right now because I'm on the spot, but it is, you can cut this part out, right?
Yeah.
It's a smart contract for Ethereum. So it's all these smart contract situations where it's gone up a lot and then it kind of fell and then it kind of came back up. So it's a real coin. There's actually utility behind it. So it's worth it. But that's all I got. Any other coins that anyone targeting anything that I should know about? Cause I'll get into it. I don't even care.
No, I think that's good. I think, the only thing is, kind of just seeing the relationship that we talked about between Coinbase and the recent pump and the dives that happened with Bitcoin.
I think it has no relationship anymore. I don't believe there's any relationship now. I think there definitely was coming into it with a lot of like the excitement of Coinbase coming IPO, and that shot everything to the moon, and then everything dropped right after. And now I think that link is broken, and crypto will always live based on, like, Coinbase is dependent on crypto. I don't think it's the other way around anymore. I think if cryptos are going to crap, there's no reason for Coinbase. But there could be a situation where like Ethereum is popping off, but what is Coinbase's like? Where are they right now? What's their? Is anyone their stock price right now?
Let's see. It closed today at 298.
Yeah, so it's been nothing but down, right? Like it has not. We haven't seen that like resurgence from where it IPO'd versus like the crypto market's been hot right now. So I don't know. I don't think I think that Coinbase is dependent on any negative things that happen to crypto is going to hurt Coinbase. Anything good happening to Coinbase, it may help one like altcoin if it comes into the exchange, but I don't think anything past that.
Yeah, I think the only thing that could be somewhat of a saving grace for it is if regulation comes in, because Coinbase has been one of the biggest centralized finance places where they followed everything to the T. They're 100% by the book. They haven't had any issues. Like it's just like people see it as like a safe place to buy crypto. And if there's regulation comes in, like it's a big deal when like Coinbase lists some sort of coin, like Binance, KuCoin, all these guys, they have like hundreds and thousands of coins. Like with Coinbase, just like they are very selective on what they pick, and they're a very trusted process. And I think that will probably be it. So I think once the regulation comes in, they'll be like, hey, all the other, I feel like exchanges may go down. And then, they'll be like, hey, if I want to buy crypto and I can get that 2% rate return or whatever on it, I'll buy it from Coinbase. Because their fees are less, like places like BlockFi, all these guys, their fees are so high, it doesn't make any sense to purchase anything from them.
Yeah, that's why like I personally, I use Coinbase for things that I was using earlier, or if it's something I want to buy really quickly and I don't want to like, the great part about Coinbase is, and if you get into alt coins and stuff, what you realize is for Coinbase, if it exists in Coinbase, it is like that transaction. Versus with all these other coins, you are using BankX or something else to acquire it, and you're literally waiting for every check that happens on the chain until it's deposited. And there are times where like I was trying to buy SafeMoon, and yes, this was like a degenerate thing to do, and it's not the It is not the norm, but it took 16 hours to get my US token or my ETH or whatever. It took 16 hours. And like, yes, that's a lot quicker than like clearing a check or clearing cash. But like that's a long time for the blockchain to like validate everything. And the protocol ended up being down that day or whatever, but still, like that's the ideal situation for Coinbase. But like again, the fees are high. 2.99% is a lot.
Yeah.
Versus like I think it's like less, it's about 1% on depending on who you use. Like SimpleX
Yeah.
and BankX is about the same, but I don't get charged when I trade as much.
Yeah.
So
But I think then you're also kind of having that risk factor, like what happens because these are not regulated exchanges. Like tomorrow
Sure.
they could be like, oh, we're done, and then all your money is gone.
I think I agree. But KuCoin is like a more so, and Binance are more trusted as well. People have
Yeah.
in the past had issues with Coinbase as well. People are having issues with Binance. It's overall,
Yeah,
it's
but at
like,
least now Coinbase is it's the public company, so
yeah,
everything up there is regulated to a point, right? So
yep. I
I
mean,
feel
yeah,
like
agree.
there's somebody to hold accountable and kind of maybe check versus the other ones. Like I don't even know who runs those.
Well, then you got to get the safest way is to get the coins, get them in a physical like USB wallet. Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not doing all that. I always say this about my stocks, and I want to like consolidate everything and just be in a few things. And I say the same thing about like part of me wants to just consolidate everything into ETH right now if I really believe in it. That and Cardano, but like I had this random theta pop out of nowhere, right? Like.
Yeah.
I didn't sell it. I'm still up, but like I could have 5x'd on it and just I'm really bad at taking profits, is what I've realized. And I really need to
Yeah.
like take profits, is what I've
You
realized.
got. I feel like with altcoins, you got to run that casino, I guess, strategy, right? Where if you go in with $100 and you've doubled it or tripled it, you cash out your initial investment. So then you're just playing with house money,
Yeah.
So
No, I agree. I think that's a good plan even for like stock sometimes. Like just take your earnings, take your initial investment out and let it let the rest grow. And then you
especially
don't
if you're
care if you
not like
lose.
100%, especially if you're like not 100% confident on your pick, right? You're just
Exactly.
kind of just playing the market. If you're like going long term on it, then it doesn't make sense. But I think
Yeah. Well, let us know what altcoins you're into. I want to know the most degenerate coin you're in. And if you can beat SafeMoon with either Galaxy, Safe Galaxy or Safe Mars, bruh, you got a problem. We need to join a class together. Other than that, let us know what coins you're in and what are your price targets for ETH? That's what I really want to know. What are people's actual expectations for like ETH and Cardano? And if you're in something with a good utility, I'd love to know because I will invest.
Yeah.
I got money to
that's why I
blow.
look for utility, man.
Exactly. I got money to blow. All right. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video, and we'll see you next time. This was Random Acts of Finance. Okay, bye now.